Capricorn, hi. So this is going to be a reading for August 25th through the 31st. And I'll take a look into your recent past, your current energies, and your immediate future. And then I'll close it off with a couple of cards from the universe for you. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there is an extended. At the end of the video, you can check out the link for that in the description box below if you want. Oh, Felix. The reading started. He's like, I want to go in with Mama. It's like, what the hell did you do up until now, Bubba? Why are my cards cockeyed? Oh, let's see. All right. The overall energy for the reading, the Justice card. Balance. Cool. I can kind of get it here in the current situation where it's present and sometimes you slip away from it, but it's for the most part you're trying to bring yourself back into balance when you do kind of lose it a little bit there. But okay, so it's a very present energy here. In the recent past, the Two of Swords, the Page of Cups, the Queen of Swords. Kind of worried about something there. For the most part you look okay, but you're kind of worried about something. You're not telling me what about, but you are giving me a sense of, for the most part, I got it. I just, sometimes I go overthink things, and it's okay. Because I feel like you're catching yourself when you do that, and you bring yourself, again, back into balance. Now, in the current situation, the Three of Wands, the Strength card, the Ace of Pentacles. Something's happening. Something's cooking here. Something's about to give. I don't know what it is. It's like you're on the edge of something new. You've kind of been in this place for a minute, and this is the part in which I see you kind of losing your patience. Something like, when is it? It's kind of like me telling you, hey, it's just around the corner. Something's coming in just around the corner, and you're like, where's that goddamn corner? I've been waiting for it. But not all the time. You just lose it from time to time. You're not as worried about stuff anymore, though. You're just kind of like sometimes falling into a place of lack of patience there. Okay, but it's right there. Anyways, in the immediate future, the Three of Swords, the Six of Swords, the Judgment card. You're dodging a bullet here. Big time. You're avoiding something painful here, almost last minute. That's why it's showing up as dodging a bullet. You're making a decision that kind of takes you away from this energy of pain, basically. So, okay. Let's clarify. Let's do the Justice card. The Eight of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, the Three of Wands. What is it? What is this? Could be something that you're working on already. The current situation here, because we're going back to that apparently. Three of Wands, Ace of Pentacles is definitely there. Could be something that you're working on, something that could have to do with work, or something you're starting to work on. It lacks that, that let's do this type of a thing. Where either if you've been working on something, something's changing, you're bringing quite the change to the game, or somebody is. But it's that whole, okay, let's do this. That's kind of missing. It's there as an energy. It's not there in the physical. It's like a pause or something, or a little bit of, okay, let's prep for it at least. Okay. You're keeping it steady, though. I don't know, because it's with this Three of Wands, it gives me the sensation of, you must have been in this place for a minute. Like, it's not something that, okay, I've been working on this for a week. For the Two of Swords, in the recent past, you get the Seven of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles. Oh my god, so many pentacles. But then again, you are an earth sign, so I'm not surprised. So as you, again, kind of put effort into something, yeah, it's something you've already been working on. that's coming through right now as either a change or something's happening there. But you've been working on it since that time over there. Worrying about it or stressing about it just kind of made it feel like you took a couple of steps back instead of moving forward. And I feel like at some point you realized that. So yeah, it's just, okay, so this is something you have been working on. Let me do the Page of Cups. You get the Six of Pentacles, the Hermit, the Ten of Wands. And you might have been somewhat dependent on another energy. I see another energy right there by your side, which looks okay. It shouldn't be a problem. It's just that it keeps you somewhat dependent on, not completely dependent on it, but somewhat. Almost like I gotta take this into consideration too, which made it feel a little harder because it's not just you in there. Okay. I may do the Queen of Swords. You get the Magician, the Justice card, the Six of Cups. Yeah, there's definitely a soul connection that shows up in there. And that's why I'm saying it looks good, because it does feel like it's stable, it's balanced, there's an equal give and take type of an energy there. It's just that whatever it is that you're doing carries quite the heaviness, and then it's like, I gotta carry this one too with me. And I gotta keep it steady, because it is steady. You know, so it's almost like something extra on your plate. Even if it's good, it's still extra. For the most part, it looks good though. It's looking like, you know, whatever it is you're doing, you're keeping it together, despite the little stressing about it at times. For the Three of Wands, in the current situation, you get the Page of Wands, the Sun, the Four of Pentacles. See, whatever it is you're waiting on, you're convinced that it's going to turn out just fine. It's just a matter of, but I still got to wait. So it's something that you know you have to wait for. Okay, so it implies waiting for something to fall into place. But you're convinced, you're really hanging on to this belief that it's impossible for it to not work out. You know, like it's going to work out great. Okay, that's good. Let's do the Strength card in the current situation. The Ten of Cups, the Two of Pentacles, the King of Cups. Why is there... Things are growing, things are settling down, energies are definitely falling into place and into good places here. As far as you're concerned, as far as this situation is concerned, the waiting part is what's creating a bit of a heaviness on top of things there. Because things have evolved, things have grown from the past there, as far as you're concerned, as far as the other energy is concerned. But again, there's still that, like a 1% sense of just not knowing, you know, having to wait until you know for sure something. Let's do the Ace of Pentacles, the Fool, the Nine of Wands, the Death card. There's also the alternative of just fucking it all. You know, losing your patience completely and just kind of doing whatever feels right in the moment and not taking into consideration anything else and just, I'll just whatever. But you are presenting that to me as, you know, I could do this. But then you're saying, but that would be a shit show and it would probably take this whole situation south. And you're saying that with a sense of, I've worked on this for a very long time. And just a split of a second could take this down. If I do that. Because sometimes you feel like doing that, especially when you lose your patience. I don't see you doing it though. I see you acknowledging that, yes, there's that option too. You could do that. Sure. But then I also see you acknowledging the potential consequences for that. So I don't see you throwing yourself in there just for losing your patience for a split second there. For the Three of Swords in the immediate future, you get the Star, the High Priestess, the Tower. So this is something, the way, again, we're coming back to this energy of dodging a bullet. It's something that you thought you wanted. Something that you felt at some point that this is what I really want. I don't, I'm not sure if you're changing your mind or if you're realizing, hey, maybe this is not what I wanted. Because it's creating a lot of commotion, it's creating a lot of issues, a lot of stuff happening that's not necessarily great. It's the difference between when you just feel with everything you've got that you're on the right path as far as something is concerned, and when you just feel like you're not, because everything's coming at you, and it's showing you, hey, no, maybe rethink this. So it's kind of like this, where you're realizing that, okay, this is too hard. If this is something that's really good for me and it's really meant for me, then why the fuck is it so hard? So that's the point in which I see you realizing that no matter how hard it is, you might start to walk away from whatever you think you want it, because I think you're leaving that in the past. For the Six of Swords in the immediate future, you get the Nine of Swords, the Queen of Wands, the Devil. Yeah, because it looks very attractive. Whatever this is, your heart's desire here, it looks like, oh my god, how could anybody not want this? And it's very, very difficult to be honest about what the situation is here. But you are. And as you do that, as you kind of step into that honesty with yourself about it, you're also starting to step away from whatever this is, no matter how difficult it is. And it is, apparently. Because it's very tempting. Whatever this is looks like, oh my god. God damn it, type of a deal. Very alluring. Anyways, let's do the Judgment card. In the immediate future, the Three of Cups, the Ten of Swords, the Six of Swords. Yeah, it's a very tough decision, and I feel like this is your conclusion to it, choosing what feels right or what I think feels right. Those are two very different things. What you truly feel is right for you, or what you think feels right. Because, the mind is influenced. The mind is always going to be influenced by all sorts of past traumas, insecurities, fears, doubts. All sorts of things are up there that are going to make us think that we feel certain things. And when we actually start feeling things without the thinking involved, that might give us a different story. So this is you kind of going in that direction of what feels right, not what you think feels right. Because this is where you dodge a bullet. You're walking away from something that you thought was what you wanted. And with all the commotion around it, you may think you want it, but that doesn't mean it's good for you, And that's exactly what you're doing. And it's hard. It's hard as hell. But from the universe, you get the Nine of Swords, the Seven of Wands, the Three of Pentacles. Yeah, it's just whatever this is that involves apparently a partnership too that is tied up to you. Try to look into the aspect of being patient, especially if you have to wait for something to come through here. Because apparently that's where the bigger issue is. Where at times you're losing your patience, and when you lose your patience, you start to stress out about the situation, and that just brings a whole lot of stuff through your mind and is just creating a shit show. When in all actuality, it's just, being patient about it, because there's nothing you can do about it. So other than that, you're doing good here. But that's what I have for you. Hope this helped, and I'll see you next time.